Hey guys, it's Mike from Pattern Traders. I'm going to make a quick video for the people that are actually testing the indicators to see exactly how we use them and how they could help you make better trade setups. I'll show them a little bit more of a risk factor that gets eliminated at the end of the day when you're actually looking for a short or a long. The goal of these indicators were developed strictly for determining if your bias is correct. You won't want to short BTC, for example, if your indicators are exhausted or whatnot. So just looking at the oscillators as a whole, you have the RSX. Hold on one second. You have the RSX, which is a modified version of the RSI with an algorithm that's put in place to call exhaustions. The exhaustion color is dark green, and on the flip side, it's dark red, which potentially could tell you that we are at the top or we are at the bottom. Then you have the MSTX, which is a modified version of the Stoke with a signal line, which tells you it has the same type of algorithm, a little bit tweaked so that it's not as sensitive as the RSX, because the RSX actually calls it, pretty quickly. The Stoke has a modified version of the algo, which will be a little bit more on the slow end for the algo itself. But when it comes to calling longs and shorts, the Stoke is faster. So the way we use the RSX is strictly off crosses. You want to see a cross. You do not want to be shorting when you get in a bull cross with an algo fire. You don't want to be longing when you get a bull cross with an algo fire, right? Excuse me, and whatnot. Same thing as here. Time frame wise for the RSX, I use it across the whole board for scalping, swings, and intra. It's pretty much a staple in my trade setup. I don't trade without it. It helps avoid basically longing on areas that I should not be longing. So for the RSX, all you look at is for crosses with dark red, which is the algo. And if you look at it from a higher time frame perspective, sorry guys, I still have allergies. Actually, I'm a lot better than what I was. Look at it at a higher time frame perspective, you see that once we crossed on, all we did was transition downwards, create our div, and then the dump came and whatnot. But scalping, it's awesome. It helps you catch beautiful trends up and down, micro trends up and down, right? It helps you catch the mini pumps. I would not take this. It's in the middle of the bands. Another great one on the bottom. Another one on the bottom, right? So you have to sync it in with price action, as long as you're a price action trader, or you have to sync it in with our strategy. Now, this specific video is going to tell you how we use them as a whole. TMA bands is an absolute staple for me. Green is buy zone, red is sell zone on the micros, and then in the middle it's the orange, which is an equilibrium. I kind of avoid it. I don't take signals in the middle. So if you get a sell signal or whatnot at the top of the red, right? Get a short signal at the top of the red, you usually take it, as long as you have confidence with your crosses and your Stokes, right? So that being said, let's go back to the Stoke, because I went off a little bit. The way the Stoke works is it's faster than the RSX, and the main buy and sell signal is the over under. You want your signal line, which is the purple line. See the purple line? You want this signal line to be black, right? Like right now, look at this beautiful black signal line. Your algo is fired. The Stoke is the gray line, right? The algo is fired. It's dark red. So the minute that this thing curls, it's gonna pretty much dump. Now, is it gonna find support again at the gray area and go back up? Who knows, right? That's where you look at the higher time frame. What does a 4-hour look like? 4-hour looks like it could potentially go for one more top. Even if this crosses down, it looks like it's gonna go for one more top, right? You want always to be under the signal line. You want to be either above the signal line, like over here. Signal line's black. You are above it, or you want to be under it, like over here. Or over here. See how beautiful these shorts are? See? Boom. Right? Boom. It's like you could lose based on manipulation or based on just bad timing. But when it comes to taking specific setups with the oscillators, the probability of you losing is slim, especially if you're a price action trader, and you could tie it in with some fibs, and you could tie it in with some support and resistances, right? I'm strictly talking about the oscillators right now. I'm not telling you about SR flips or fib or anything along the lines of price action. Strictly talking about oscillators as a whole. It's a very easy concept to learn once you get a visual, especially if you are already experienced in price action, right? So, like, for a fact, we dumped like crazy over here, right? We got a short signal here, right? Over under, beautiful over under short signal. Like, that's probably 6-7% down. And the minute you cross your Stoke, the minute your RSX cross, you start looking for buys, man. Like it's that simple. It's that simple. You know. Again, over here, you got your over under. This is your official over under, and then you went for your retest. Boom. You got, I don't know what this percentage is. Maybe like 1% dump over here. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna do this quick. I don't want to kill the video going over it. 3% dump. Good enough, man. And then you got your real dump at the retest under the Stoch, right? Signal line, real dump, but should have been at least a 7% dump. What is this? Yeah, 8% dump. And then the flip side, guys. Flip side, look. Wait until you go back to the bottom, like you did over here. You cross the Stoch, boom. Now you punch your longs. Now the patterns repeat themselves over and over and over again. Like BTC is ran by the same damn freaking algos all the freaking time. It's the same goddamn pattern that keeps playing. And I'm becoming aggressive because, I mean, if you just nail the patterns, you're going to make money. You can't fail. And especially if you know price action. It's going to be even better if you know price action. Tie price action to this, you're going to probably have like a 70+% success rate, man. All right, so when it comes to the time frames, Stoch, I usually use it on pretty much every single time frame. My favorite time frames for the Stoch and the RSX are when scalping 15 minute, 30, 45, confirmation with my 1 hour, and then I look at the 4 hour for directional bias, if we're bullish or bearish. If I'm gonna swing something, I'm on the 12 hour. Like you see how the 12 hour, we're nowhere near where we need to be. This thing still has to go like this before we dump. So this thing has potential to go higher, right? We crossed down here, we dumped. We crossed up here, we pumped. We crossed down, pump. This was your main bottom, right? You could tell the signal line reset. Whenever the signal line resets on a higher time frame, which is the purple line, you know that we have potentially put in a local bottom or a local top, right? So until this signal line goes all the way back up here and does something like this over here, potentially we are still trending upwards, right? Look, over under, we dumped, significant dump. Now, buy sell signals, which is pretty much what everyone loves. Time frame. I use the 1 hour as my go-to with confirmation of my either 3 or 4 hour. When it comes to settings, where's my buy sell? You could do conservative if you don't want to be risky, or you could do. Oh, I have this version. Hold on, guys. Let me pause it for a second. There you go. This should be the updated version. I had the older version. Sorry about that. There you go. So you could do the conservative, which is going to give you less signals, right? Then you could change this to either high frequency, which is going to be a little bit more sensitive to give you a lot more signals, right? Like that, crazy. Low settings, which is going to give you less signals. I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit more safer for people that don't want to take risks. But my default, man, stick to default. You want to make money, stick to default. You know, they work. So 1 hour is my go-to. I love the 1 hour. I do the 3 hour, 4 hour for confluence. 12 hours for swings for the signals. They work. You know, they work. I'm telling you, they do work. You want to look at a spot buying, 2 day, 3 day, buy, sell, whatever. 4 day, 5 day works. Weekly, not so much. You know, I'm not into the weekly. I'll get rid of the TMA band. Sorry, guys. I'm not into the weekly. 2 week, yes, it does. But I mean, you're only gonna get 2-3 signals depending on how often we exhaust, right? Look, exhaustion down, curled up, retest. We're about to cross up. This is going to be a nice little run up if we actually go up, and then we're going to reject and come back down to make our third drive. Go up, die, and this is probably going to come somewhere down here, right? That's what I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't like to forecast on the line, but anyway, regardless of that. So signal wise, when taking scalps, 15 works, but you're gonna get a lot of signals. I don't advise ever taking signals outside the TMA bands, like, or in the middle of the TMA bands. Like for example, you got a buy signal there, but it's in the middle. Don't take it. If you get a buy signal on the green and you have a beautiful cross and you have a beautiful over under, the signal is black, take it. You get a sell signal or a buy signal outside the bands. I don't care if they pan out. I don't take them. I'm not gonna lie to you. A buy signal on the green, I take it, especially with confidence that the Stoch is reset and my RSX has crossed. Now, regards this specific move right here, double short, double sell signal. Go 15-minute has it. Go to your 30-minute. How's the 30-minute looking? It looks juicy. Looks good. But look at your 1 hour. How does a 1 hour look like? Ooh, it looks good. Looks like it's about to actually curl over under with a sell signal. I like that. I like the possibilities. 45-minute. A lot of people make fun of me about the 45-minute. The 45-minute is 3 15-minute candles. So if you are scalping, why would you not want to know what a combined 3 15-minute candle visual consists of? 45-minute time frame is imperative to me when it comes to indicators and oscillators and visuals. Maybe not the price action. But to me, personally speaking, I might not use it for wicks or for SRs, but for oscillators, it's imperative when scalping. Put that on, use it. 15, 30, 45. It's a great strategy when you have those three combined. So cell signal, we're outside the bands, but we do have a beautiful div over here, right? It's a div. With the signals, I like the chance of this thing dumping. 4 hour, again, we discussed this. We didn't cross yet, so it might be a little risky. It's going to get both back up. But as a visual, as a whole, right? As a visual, let's do the liquidity too, so you get an idea. I didn't even talk to you about the liquidity. Let me get rid of the buy sells. As a whole, looking at BTC as a whole from the top to bottom, it loves going for liquidity clusters, man. It loves going for liquidity. It just bounces off liquidity levels, right? Well, these are your liquidity levels. It bounces from top to bottom, and plays ping pong in them. As long as it's not trending. If it's trending, then like right now, for example, it's trending up, so up movement. So it's kind of hard to actually predict the top and the bottom based off liquidity. But look, the 12 hour took 25x shorts. Chances are it's going to retrace a little bit, come back down to maybe the top of this, the breakout, retest it, and see where we'll go from there. But when playing the liquidity levels, I can't really show you going. They're live. They're live levels, so they fluctuate. So I really can't show you how well they work. But if you look at it from this perspective, look, you catch the 25x longs and you go up, right? You do your div, pump up, 25 short, you go up, long, 100x longs up. Now, we took 100x shorts and we took 50x shorts. Chances are this is going to retrace at least to somewhere around here, man, right? The liquidity indicator is by far my favorite scalping tool, alongside with the buys and sells in my RSX. This is my setup basically, dude. Like I trade like this all day or night. I get my signals, and then I see if liquidity was taken, and then I get confirmation with my oscillation. If you can't make money with this setup, then you're missing something, right? I mean, it's if you want scalping, you want to look at intros in 4 hours. You got a 4 hour sell signal. I don't know. This 4 hour sell signal brought us how much? I don't know. Maybe it gave us like a percentage or so. I don't know what this is. Yeah, 1%. It got bounced off the 100 at short. But regardless of that, you get your second sell signal. If you do happen to get across after you took liquidity, you took two liquidity bags, 50x shorts, 25x shorts. Chances are you're gonna try to somehow come to this area over here, which is gonna be anywhere between the 100x longs. You know, it's gonna be tricky actually. No, I don't see it. That's too deep. Too deep. Probably the 50x and the 100x. That's where we should go. I don't see us breaking out of the short zone. This right here, the 25x to the 100. I don't see us breaking out of this. That being said, also I want to tell you one more thing. When playing liquidity, only liquidity, let me show you this. Right, get rid of all these signals. I just put the liquidity. Oops, not the high low. Kill zones. Where's the liquidity? Right here. Boom. So when scalping the lowers, this works awesome, by the way. Don't look at the past right now, because these levels, I tell you, these levels move on volume, on live volume based on time frame. Oops, sorry guys. BTC loves to ping pong between these levels, 50 and 50. The 25s, they barely get tapped, right? They barely get tapped. So when they do happen to get tapped, you will know that we're in for either distribution or we're in for a freaking reversal, pretty much, right? So when the 20, not in the lowers, but when your 25 gets tapped on the highs, like it just did right here, the way it did over here, we're in for a decent reversal, man. You know, doesn't always pan out, but that's a good probability. So now, when scalping the lowers, just play this ping pong, 50 to 50. BTC loves going from the 50 shorts. When you see it grab 50x shorts, target your 50x longs, and vice versa, right? It just loves the ping pong in here. It gives you a great opportunity to make a quick like 1 or 2%, depending on how big the range is, right? Yeah, it's beautiful. So I hope this video helps you guys. I hope you all watch it before you start trading, so that you can actually take advantage of the indicators. There was a lot of thought put into them. They work more than they don't. They're not perfect, but they work more than they don't. And most importantly, if you're taking the signals, make sure that your TMA bands, or you're at a good support resistance level. Don't be taking a sell signal if you're not at a resistance, right? Don't take it in the middle of nowhere. Don't take a buy signal in the middle of nowhere with nothing here, right? Nothing here. Completely. You want to be at least somewhere where the signal line is, right? For your buys. And always look for confluence in the lower time frame. Look at that beautiful. Look at that beauty. I posted this too for us to take it. There's two, man. Hope the video helps you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to DM me.